Hey gang, how's it going? It's your friendly neighborhood bass angler here, John B, with another beautiful, wonderful upload for you guys. Before I get today's video kicked off, I want to say thanks to my sponsor, water. Without water, I wouldn't be alive, and also without water, I wouldn't have this channel because it's a fishing channel. And are you done? And this is also a fishing channel. Without water, fish wouldn't be alive. Therefore, I couldn't catch fish. Therefore, I also couldn't have a YouTube channel because I don't have water. So huge shout out to water. Delicious. It's been a while since I've been in front of the camera. I know, I understand. I also want to say thank you so much for watching the Amazon series. I hope you guys are still enjoying that. Bryant and I still have very many videos to upload for you guys, including the one you're about to watch today. During these big trips, usually Bryant films and edits most of the content, but this is a trip that really had a lot of footage and a lot of content. Actually 2 terabytes of footage from that entire trip to be exact, which equates to roughly thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. It's good and it's bad. It's what I like to call a double-edged sword. As you guys know, Bryant edits a lot of my bigger projects. This is Bryant right here, and he films a lot of stuff like this. So with all this in mind, I wanted to take some of the footage that never made the cut on the original videos that Bryant are editing, and I wanted to show you some of the raw footage and untold stories of the Amazon trip, because believe me, there is some crazy stuff that probably will never make the main videos that I think you guys should see. And again, I could be wrong, but I think you guys are probably gonna enjoy this. So without further ado, let's start with day number 1 in Brazil. What up? Welcome to Manaus. This is it. This is happening. I'm getting that Amazonian tingling feeling in my fingers. We're loading up the truck right now. Unfortunately, there's no fishing. It's gonna happen. It's like 12 a.m. I'm gonna head back to the hotel, get some Z's, get all prepped up, edit some videos, leave this whole trip on a good note, and then we are going to enter the jungle. I'm pumped. I'm hyped. I'm not even pumped. I'm hyped.
You ready?
It's 12 a.m. We just got off the plane from the United States to Brazil. We pull up to our hotel. We get there, try to talk to the receptionist. Of course, she doesn't speak English very well, obviously. She then proceeds to tell us that we never even booked a reservation and that we aren't on the list of people that are staying at the hotel. So that was kind of weird. Eventually, we just bit the bullet and bought another room. Went up to our rooms, finally, and it was about 1 a.m. Figured there's no point in sleeping since we have to wake up early. So I stayed up from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. editing 2 videos and uploading them for you guys. Bryant got maybe 30, 45 minutes of sleep that night. We get a knock at the door. One of the dudes tells us that our flight is actually leaving an hour early, which honestly I've never heard of before, but I guess it's a thing in Brazil, so we really had to hustle at that point. We finally make it down to the lobby, hop in the whip, get to the airport, and the chaos continues. Of course it continues. What do you think of all this? This is kind of hectic.
Brian, this one's for you, bud.
Brian, how many hours of sleep did you get last night?
Like 1.
Not even, maybe 45 minutes.
You have all this extra space, like the rods, like the tips are like right here, for example. It's supposed to be 2 meters, right? 2 meters. 2 meters. Yeah. Because below I choose my tips and all. Right, exactly, you know?
It's not gonna work.
All right, Scott.
Oh, now it's shorter. You're good. Now put it back in. We're ready to go. More good news. We find out that we can't bring any of the rods that we flew from the United States to Brazil because they aren't 6 foot. Your rod has to be exactly 6 foot in order for it to go onto the flight from Manaus to Barcelos. This is now a rodless trip. At this point, in this very spot last year, I had been, what was that? Dude, I'm not awake right now. You have to give me a second. Just give me like 2 seconds here. Okay, so, is that a bird? That is a loud bird. We are gassed. And in the back of my mind, I'm kind of worried about Bryant because, you know, he's the one that's doing a lot of the work, filming, making sure everything makes sense. And I'm like, dude, what if like he falls asleep and then I fall asleep and then we don't get this video? So throughout the entire day, we both really tried to stay awake as much as possible because you don't want to miss a beat when you're trying to tell a story and film content for hundreds of thousands of beautiful people. You guys. All is well once we step foot on the Kalua. It's a beautiful boat. We got some food in our system.
Tell me what's on the menu.
Arapaima is on the menu today. Farm raised, probably, hopefully. not from where we're going.
What do you think about that?
It looks delicious.
Well, we'll be able to catch arapaima, but at the very least, we're gonna eat some. Here's something kind of cool. Big thing in Brazil, you get this little condiment. I don't know if you want to call it a condiment, but it's an additive. It's like a little bit of breadcrumb, and you put it on top of your meat. It's like a big thing in Brazil. So good. Just like extra carbs, you know, extra energy. And then you got our rice, of course. Stack up on that, and we are ready. That is lunch of a peacock angler. No, you guys saw most of this video. I caught that 10-pound peacock bass. I forgot to mention too, if you haven't seen any of these videos from the Amazon, check the link in the description below. They'll give you a better idea as to how the story really unraveled. This really is just kind of the bits and pieces that were left out that I want to include on this channel and explain.
No! Dude, that might be fucking stuck. Here I am about to get the first fish of the day. Get blown up, miss it.
Oh, Louis got it.
Louis saved my ass.
You're a shit. God, you're absolute shit.
I remember this day last year, it was like super hype. We didn't know what to expect, and like we're on edge, just not knowing what these.
Peacocks?
No, shut up, Scott. Scott, the smartass behind me, is just ruining my monologue. It was such a beautiful moment. I was about to unleash some fluid poetry on the viewers. I don't know what I was gonna say. Basically,
you're just about to unleash some fluid.
some fluid, yeah. It's a big river, Scott.
Dude, what a rowdy start to the series.
It's a pretty big river. I don't know if you know this or not, but there's lots of water over there, and there's some behind you. I think this might be the only day Scott and I fish together. It's not good. It's a little toxic.
Oh, it's good. I feel like heavy roasting while fishing, it can be
beneficial.
It can be good.
Yeah.
It keeps the spirits high no matter what.
Also, it makes me fish harder.
All right, I'm content.
Okay, let's go.
The rest of the day was super chill. It just felt really nice to be out in the water. Everything was calm, everything was cool. No more flights, you know, no more uploading videos, no more service. It was just peaceful, and it was absolute bliss, you know. You work this thing again? I forget.
Like pop.
Trying something new right now. We've been dedicated to surface lures all afternoon. Try a little hair jig. Got my biggest peacock on this thing last year. Although I think that last fish might have beaten it. Yeah, he's kind of getting some pops. Such a goofy lure. Oh, I just got smoked.
Yeah.
Like I forgot like I could get bit. And for some reason I thought that was a surprise. The bite on the hair jig is almost as intense as the top water. Changing things up a little bit. We're all kind of getting active in fish. We've caught some really good fish today. So now it's just chilling. We're kicking. We're just chilling. Right now we're just chilling, kicking it. I don't even know what the fuck. I had a little mini stroke there, dude. I'm so sorry. Just killing it, chilling it, checking it. Bryant's on the fly scene. I'm taking a quick little breather, and we are just kind of enjoying these last few moments in day one in the Amazon. Are you throwing my hair jig to get your lure back right now? Wait, hold on. Look how many bugs are swarming, Scott. You are getting death mauled. You have one?
That might be an arowana.
That isn't our. What is that? That's a bacoon. Scott, for some reason, just turned the bad luck switch on right now. So we're just all chilling, having a good time in the Amazon. Did I mention we're in the Amazon?
Bryant, I'm going to be completely honest with you right now. I'm a little disappointed you left this out in the video.
There we go, dude. 10 minutes of throwing a fly in the Amazon. Bryant's got his first peacock bass.
10 minutes, that was like 2 minutes.
That was like 2 minutes, yeah. Sorry, Scott, so sorry. What is that? Is that Popoka?
Yeah, Popoka.
Popoka.
How you hold this guy?
Just hold him by the tail. Hold him like, lip him like a bass. Like a smallmouth.
Is he gonna f me up?
No, you're good. Little ones are fine. Just hold him tight, hold him tight. There you go. Yeah. Oh, heck yeah, dude.
Cool.
That is so cool. First fish on the fly of the whole trip.
Bryant caught his first ever peacock bass on the fly rod, day number 1. So that was a really cool accomplishment. It's always cool to see Bryant drop the camera, then pick up the rod, and do some fishing for himself. So that was cool. It was a nice little Popoka.
Put a cast in there, Bryant, and you'll catch another right now.
You guys know it. Bryant's a big fly guy, and something we're going to revisit throughout this trip too. I brought 2 10 weights, and Bryant and I are going to go heavy at it one of these days just on the fly and see if we can dedicate a whole day catching these beautiful fish on fly, because while it's fun to catch them on conventional, it is like a roller coaster ride to get these things on like 10 weight rods. It is just unbelievable. I did a little bit of it last time we were here, and I got a taste for it, and now we're gonna get the full meal. Are you hung up again?
Bro. Louis hung up.
No, yeah, now that you handed the rod to Louis, it's Louis' fault.
So that's it. Day number 1 complete, unscathed, no hooks to the head officially. Made our flights, we had rods, all is well. Well is all, we were good to go. Now, for day number 2.
You want to start fishing a little first and then do the challenge?
Definitely think yours gets way more strikes. Something about that twitch bait that really produces.
Wiggle it, bro.
It's all about the wiggle?
Oh yeah.
Really, so I'm just blaming it on the bait. Oh.
Oh,
There we go. There we go. Oh, pulled off. Pulled off. Oh no, he's still on. He's still on. He's still on. First pee of the day. Not a bad one either.
Hold him up this way towards the sun.
Okay.
And we'll get some good backlighting on his fins.
Just kidding. He's gone. We'll get another one.
Gosh, he sucks.
Okay, dude. Says the guy that was showing off his 1 pound peacock thumb yesterday.
Hey.
Calling me that I suck.
You
Bryant's
suck.
at the dinner table last night. He's like, yo, check out my thumb. It's all torn up. Like, caught like a 1 pound popoka. But that I will admit, that was a handling job on my part. Little peacock gone. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yep. Dude, as soon as it hit the water. Here's your backlit shot. There looked like there was multiple ones. Dude, they're right on the beach. That was my second bite right on the beach. I get so like adventurous. I think I know how to hold these things, and then they just do that and they slip out of my hands like the last one. See how they eat it? They eat it head first. That's how aggressive they are. That's how you know they're eating, like fully. Speckled little peacock. It's my first official one of the day. Never gets old, man. Be free, little guy. Oh my God. He was like, yeah, I'll be free. Sweet. 1 down, many more to go. Dolphin. Ate the peacock. Yeah. That That peacock is more than in trouble. That peacock is dead. There he goes, there he goes, there he goes, there he goes. Oh. He's got it. Circle of life, I guess. That's a perfect example of how you can feed some nature out here unintentionally. These dolphin will actually sit under the boat. Like, I'm not even making this up. They'll sit under the boat because they know when the anglers are coming around. And when you release that peacock, or any fish for that matter, in the water, they come out from under the boat, grab the peacock. They're such smart animals, but they make for a not so good scenario if you release like a 10-pounder. That's like a dead 10-pounder then. So yeah, just feeding some dolphins this morning. And by the way, they're not the kind of dolphins you think of. They're not cute. They're probably the ugliest, creepiest dolphins you can think of. Pink dolphins, look it up. They're scary.
The hardest part for me about this trip was trying to make everything different. I've filmed in the Amazon before, and I'm definitely not the first YouTuber to ever do this. So I wanted to try to, you know, spice it up a little bit, if you will. So my idea was to do a little bit of a challenge, fishing for some fish that we didn't really target the previous trip. That was fun. If you haven't seen that video, check the link in the description below. It was myself versus Scott. It's pretty intense. About midday after we filmed that challenge, we went into this lagoon, which Scott and I really vaguely remember being in last year. We thought there's no way that we could have been in the same body of water. I mean, this freaking river is so mass. How could you revisit a spot that you fished last year? But we soon found out it was the exact same lagoon that we tried to fish for Arapaima in 2017. It's a strange coincidence that our guide took us back to that spot. It's supposedly a big peacock bass spot. We didn't catch any peacock bass, but...
No!
That's important. Still on, still on. That's it.
There he is, yes! There's a bigger.
I got that.
Oh!
Yes.
Yes! Are you recording, Brent?
Yep.
Right here. Let me get a good grip on this guy. They're so hard. Just caught one of my favorite fish to catch down here. This is a little arowana. We've actually got one of these in the tank back home. I don't believe it's the same type of arowana. This is was it black or silver? It's a black arowana. Such a crazy fish. They like the dragon of the Amazon. So badass. Like their dorsal and their anal fin go straight down to the tail, almost like an eel. Really, really sweet, and they're freaking impossible to hold. But check that out. That is radical, man. Hold. There we go. Watch this release now. He's gonna swim off like a little serpent. Little Amazonian serpent. Oh, that's so cool. That's a pretty good one too. That's probably one of my bigger ones that I've caught out of here. Yeah, it's one of those fish that, like, honestly, no one really targets out here, but it's a sweet bycatch just because of the way they look, those big scales, that weird long eel-like tail, and They do some jumps. Just not as hefty as like a 10-pound or like a 50-pound peacock. Oh wait, wolffish. We made it back, safe and sound, all good. Didn't really prevail with that big peacock that we were kind of hoping for, but we did have some pretty epic opportunities. Like as soon as I switched to that with chopper, 2 big strikes, and Scott had that one right afterwards. It's like you get a small window of opportunities and you have to capitalize them on it out here on the Amazon. Anyway.
Wrapped up the fishing day, no giants. It really was kind of, I mean, as far as the filming goes, based around the challenge. Headed back to the boat, and that's where we met up with Louie. This is Louie. Louie was our guide last year. He's an amazing dude. I would say all the guides, of course, are really stoked to put you on big fish, but Louie is especially one of those guys that will like go out of his way to, you know, make the video or make it a fun fishing trip.
So he's really excited to take you guys back to the lake and check out, right? So it's in this region.
I didn't ask.
Over, you know, you can go.
I'm just surprised anyone would want to go back on that mission. That Arapaima mission was like, that was hell. It was fun, but it was hell.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But I mean,
what time of the year was that?
December, early December.
So we had really low water.
I will say it was interesting that it was brought up. Like we didn't, I think the guides probably aren't super keen on doing that. Or I would actually, I don't know, what do you think? Maybe they are. Maybe they like doing something differently.
He mentioned it today.
Louie did?
Louie did.
Yeah. I don't know.
You asked.
Every day is a new adventure, right? So we don't want to just keep pounding the same spots for peacock, because like you guys would be bored, and then I would be bored, and then the peacocks would be bored. So we're gonna switch it up tomorrow, and tomorrow's gonna be really sweet. Although I don't know exactly what we're doing, I just know it's going to be different. But mojitos for sure. Definitely. Yes, in the mojitos.
Yes, the mojitos.
Yes, to the mojitos.
We'll take a mojito drink for
The Arapaima.
all the Arapaimas we didn't catch, so maybe 2.
Can we just stop talking about Arapaima, please?
What's for dinner?
So that's Jake.
That's the weird Australian.
What was I gonna say? Nothing really. It doesn't matter what I was gonna say. It's so loud in here. Film me drinking this thing. This looks no. I don't know if I can be caught drinking this with a straw.
Day number 2 complete. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna keep this going if you want me to. If not, then I'll pull back on the reins and we'll just pretend like I never uploaded this video. I don't want to do the whole series like in one video. I'll do like day 3 and 4 on the next installment of the behind the scenes of the Amazon. Again, that's all dependent on whether or not you guys want to keep watching this stuff. I am signing out and peacing out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time on the next episode of Fishing the Midwest. Holy shit, I just went to my old intro there. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, and as always, folks, keep fishing. Never stop.